Good morning, Trevor. Good morning. How's it going? Okay, Kurt Peterson, turn on your video. We want to see your moneymaker. Come on, let's go. Sonia, turn on your video.
Come on, we're all in real estate. We're all beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, Nick, what's happening? What is the weather doing in your part of the world?
Man, Sarasota, it's actually a little foggy today. It's like one of the 2 days of the year that it's foggy down here in Florida. But we're actually right here on the water. You can kind of see the fog out there. But we're over here in Sarasota. It's beautiful out. It's about 75, I would say. 75 and foggy, which is rare for Florida, but I kind of like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Awesome. So, Patrick, how you doing this morning?
Go.
Doing great.
Doing good. Trevor, how are you? What's the weather doing you're in beautiful Colorado, right?
Oh my gosh, this is our best time of year. It's amazing right now. It's not going to last long enough, but it's amazing.
Awesome. Well, I was hoping that Curtis Johnson and some of the people from Arizona would jump in here because the Niners are playing the Arizona Cardinals this weekend. Woohoo! Let's go. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start the recording. I know we have a lot of people here. We have a lot of people live on Facebook this morning. So we've got the top 1% coach in the top 1% of the industry, Nick Krem. Tell us a little bit about yourself and let's jump right into our content.
What's going on, Tom? Thanks for having me on here. I'm really excited to be here. You know, me and my brother started our company just about 5 years. We're about 2 months away from being 5 years before we started our company. We grew our first company into 13 countries in all 50 states in less than 2 years. Now we're growing our AI real estate company into 6 countries now in 41 states in the last 8 months. We're continuing just to educate real estate agents how to best use artificial intelligence in their business. And, you know, for us, it's been a heck of a ride. We've now been published in Forbes for the work we're doing in AI. And it's just been really exciting with the work that we're doing. And I love coming on here on Atomic Habits here with you, Tom.
Awesome. Well, I know you have a ton of info and content to share with us. One of the things that I would like you to share throughout this is your tips and secrets on video. Because one of the agents asked me yesterday, I made a quote last week that please don't just post sold, I sold this house, photo after photo.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to weave that in, why best practices and what the best practices are. Okay. So let's rock and roll.
Yeah, I could definitely do that with video as well. But yeah, I want to talk a lot about artificial intelligence and how you can start utilizing that in your video and your content and your marketing. Because I believe, you know, at the end of the day, there's going to be the have and have nots after this. Like AI is not going to replace real estate agents, but I believe the agents who use it will. Because at the end of the day, when we really look at this, I have some slides here. I know I don't have as much time to go through each one, but I'll go through a couple of them here. Let's go ahead and go. Guys, so AI, what is it? Guys, it's been around for 70 years. That is 70. Artificial intelligence has been around. People have been using it for 70 years. The only difference is our access to it now. The only difference is it became public access a little bit ago. You look at the biggest companies in the world. They've been using it for years. Some ways that we've all been using it. Siri and Alexa, as my Alexa lights up from across the room. That's AI, and that's a pretty obvious one, right? Netflix suggestions. You watch these 4 movies, and then it says, because you watch this, you should watch this. That's AI. The Roomba. Does anybody hear of a Roomba? You know those robots that go around and clean your house for you? Imagine if they would have marketed it like this. Get your artificial intelligence robot, and it'll clean your house for you while you're not there. People would have freaked out. They're like, I don't want an AI robot in my house, but that's what it is. And then spell check on your computer. You know that red squiggly line that comes up and says, did you mean this? That's AI. It's already been integrated into all of our lives, and now it's getting integrated into our business. And I'm just looking at the progression of technology. When the internet first came out, what happened? People freaked out, right? Like these were real headlines that were coming out when the internet was here. Hackers can turn your home computer into a bomb and blow your family to smithereens. Computer virus spreads to humans. These were real headlines that were coming out because people didn't understand. And I see people on here laughing like there's no way that can happen, but people didn't understand it. And since people didn't understand it, they were confused. What happens when people get confused? They get scared, right? They get scared. It's the same thing that's happening right now. Killer computers. Will robots steal your job? Will AI take over the world? Guys, I've seen more Terminator memes in the last like 6 months than I care to like, than I really like. You know, like John Connor, he's coming back, Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all those things. Because people just don't understand what it really is. But the reality of a lot of it is this. Let's see. The point of panic, guys, this is when like right up here is when all the Terminator memes are coming out. People didn't understand it. Psycho chatbot's going to take over the world. All of these things were being said. But now we're already starting to get into the deflating fears. People are starting to understand it a little bit more, or at least not be afraid of it, right? I thought it was huge. I was watching the Browns game last week, because go Cleveland, go Browns. I was watching the Browns game the other week, and during a commercial, this car company, I think it was BMW, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that part of it, but their entire commercial was how their car uses artificial intelligence. It was all about artificial intelligence. And I was really shocked, because I was like, wow, it's already starting to get to that point of practicality. When people see there's artificial intelligence all over this car, major car company using the commercial, people are starting to just get accustomed to it and used to it. And I'll tell you guys this right now, artificial intelligence is going to be more like the internet than it will be like social media. They were both revolutionary and game changing. For the internet, when it first came out, people were scared. But if I could give everyone a time machine right now to go back in time and tell yourself how to use the internet, how to blow up your business with it, we would all take that time machine and go do it. And then social media comes along. And what do people say? You know, it's for kids, it's not for business. And now look what it's turned into. But like I said, I think that AI is going to be more like the internet than like social media. Because look, agents can get by without social media, right? I know we all know it can help your business and can help grow your business, but you don't have to have social media in order to be a real estate agent in today's society. But you have to use the internet. Imagine walking into one of your clients' home and saying, oh yeah, you know that internet thing? I don't use that. They'd look at you like you're crazy. Like, what do you mean you don't use the internet? I bet you can't even be a real estate agent without the internet. This is what AI is going to be in the next couple of years. The next couple of years, imagine walking into one of your clients' home and saying, oh yeah, you know that tool that works 125,000 times faster than the human brain? I don't use that. That's what it's going to be turning into. I know, Tom, you want me to talk about video? And I'm going to just go over with you guys just a couple key tactics with AI about how to really get started with it. What are some of the best tools that are out there? Because I know, guys, how many people here have seen more AI ads than almost anything in their life before, right? Like you see this tool is going to change your life. This tool is going to change your life. This AI company is going to change your life. And there's just so many things out there. As a real estate agent, where do you start and what do you do? And before I get started, how many people here are already using ChatGPT? Awesome. Let's go with my man, Eric. Eric, what are you using ChatGPT for at this time?
Oh, I experimented with it before. It was a buzzword, marketing statements, but I find it also interesting because I use it now to like, I don't know, my self-development journey. I find it fascinating to have a conversation with it. And I just put it on my phone for the first time. So
I love it. And you can do like the talk to text thing on there too, so you can get great responses on it. I like it. I like it. Let's go with Patrick. I saw you raise your hand. What are you using ChatGPT for?
Primarily listing descriptions at this point.
Yep. I'm definitely with you there. Let's go with Treva. Is it Treva? Treva?
Yeah, Treva.
Treva, what's going on? What are you using it for?
I'm using it for property descriptions. Man, that has saved me so much time. And then also I've been using it to help me write scripts, just for attracting, and also for some video work that I'm trying to up my game on.
I like it. Yeah, I could definitely take a lot of that, like the guesswork or just thought away from it so you can get it down there quicker. And then Douglas, did you raise your hand too? Nope. Kurt, did you raise your hand as well? I didn't see everybody's hand that goes up.
Hey, Nick, I forgot to mention too that I've been using it to write blog posts as well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the framework for a blog post, and then I have to go in and edit it because it's always incorrect.
Nice. Let's go. Yeah, no, I hear you there. It always is going to go back and edit. What I'm going to do with you guys today is get you set up with some groundwork and some framework. One of the most important things with ChatGPT is you have to train it to do the things that you want it to do. There's a good foundation that we could all set by training it the right way first. I'm going to show you guys just a couple key ways that you can be training your ChatGPT. Here's the first thing that before you do anything, guys, upgrade to ChatGPT 4. It is the best money you'll spend all year. Get the faster, it's faster, it has better information, it can pull more. It is just all around better. Also, if you guys notice, if you go into ChatGPT, the free version, sometimes it'll say there's too many users on, and you got to come back later. I hate that. Like when I want to go there, I want to use it. But the first thing here is what you guys want to do. Upgrade to ChatGPT 4. Step 2 is you see these 3 dots over here at the bottom of your screen. You want to click these, and then you'll see custom instructions. This is how you train this is how you train ChatGPT, who you are, and they can start using your value propositions. They can start using your differentiation, and they start writing from the perspective of a real estate agent, right? So you want to say, who are you and what do you want to know about better responses? So you go in here. Essentially, you could put your bio in here. How long you've been in real estate? What are some key words? What have you done? So that way you'll start noticing in your content and everything that you do, they'll start placing little things about yourself into the text. It's a great way for them to start writing from the perspective of a real estate agent every single time. That's the first thing that you want to do. The second, I know listing descriptions are a big one, right? I know, like, why? Because you can do it faster, you can do it better. And let's face it, nobody here is getting paid to write listing descriptions, unless maybe you are. I don't know. It's part of marketing, but right, like we're not getting paid to write listing descriptions. But there is a way that you can do it to do it faster, more efficiently, and of a high quality. So let's say you want to start writing listing descriptions. The first thing you want to do is you want to open. I'll share my screen. You want to open up a new chat, right? You want to open up a new chat, and this chat will only be for listing descriptions, because every time you open up a new chat, you're basically starting from scratch, right? So you open up a new chat. This one chat will be trained just to write listing descriptions. And here's what you want to do. You want to tell it, today I'm going to train you to write amazing listing descriptions. I'm going to give you 3 listing descriptions. Don't respond, just read and learn. So you want to tell it, I'm going to train you to write listing descriptions. Don't respond, just read and learn. And then here's what you want to do. Go and find the 3 best listing descriptions out there. If they're not yours, that's okay. Like, let's put our ego aside. If you know an agent that you're like, damn, they write the best listing descriptions I know, go and find the 3 best listing descriptions in your area. And then copy and paste them into ChatGPT. Why? Because you told it, I'm going to train you how to write great listing descriptions. I'm going to give you 3 examples of listing descriptions. Just read and learn. And now you insert all 3. Now, when you go back to that chat, that specific chat is trained how to write amazing listing descriptions. It knows what a great one is. So that way, when you insert your specs of your home and hit enter, it writes a listing description based on what it read and learned. The reality is this, guys, if you don't train it, it can write your listing description. It could pull a listing description from Milwaukee. And if you're in California, it could be talking about the seasons change. I know you guys don't basically don't have seasons that but it can write a listing description based on any listing description it pulls from the internet. You don't want that, because it can pull it from a bad listing description. You want to be able to train it what a good listing description is. And if you even want to take it a step further, you can take listing descriptions that are right on the water and train one of your listing descriptions there, how to write a listing for if it's right on the water, how to write a listing if it's this type of home. And you can start training it to do these things. Does that make sense, guys? Here's the next big part of this as well. When we talk about training it, when we talk about content, social media, blogs, emails, ad sequences, you want to train it who you are speaking to. Guys, if you take something away, this can be a huge get that you can use for damn near the rest of your real estate career right here. The first thing you want to do is clearly identify who you are marketing to. And I mean, be specific. I'm going to give you guys an example of one I did on a previous training here, because I know we don't have the most time. I got some other things I want to get to. So this one, we didn't just say first-time home buyers. We didn't just say first-time millennial home buyers. We said first-time millennial home buyers in Sarasota, Florida, right? Be super specific with who you're marketing to. Because guys, if you market to everybody, you market to no one. You want to be hyper specific with who you're looking to acquire for your business. We call these creating your ideal client profile. It's the first thing you do in any type of marketing. Who are you marketing to? And there are about we have a list about 14, but I'll give you 4 different prompts to insert to create your ideal client profile. And once you do this once, you never have to do it again in ChatGPT. So you open up a new chat and you say, what are the goals of a first-time millennial home buyer in Sarasota, Florida? And then you'll see here, they go into the goals: financial investment, lifestyle, location, technology. The next, what are the fears of a first-time millennial home buyer in Sarasota, Florida? And then you get into the fears. And here's the next one. I like this one a lot. What's the internal dialogue of a first-time millennial home buyer in Sarasota, Florida? And if you guys are creating content, look how great these topics are. Why? Because it's the internal, it's literally what a first-time millennial home buyer is thinking. Is this the right time to buy? Great, there's a content idea. I've been waiting for a while, but what do I do with the down payment and closing costs? These are great content ideas. And then the 4th one I'll add to this too is, what are the motivations of a first-time millennial home buyer in Sarasota, Florida? So you have the goals, the fears, the motivations, and the internal dialogue. Why? Guys, because people are sold on emotion and justify with logic. You are training your ChatGPT the emotional journey of your ideal client. And now's where it gets fun, because now this chat right here is trained what a first-time millennial home buyer in Sarasota, Florida is looking for. What are their emotions in the process? Now I just said, now write me a 5 email sequence using the goals and internal dialogue above. Use humor. I like write like Dan Kennedy, and at least 200 words each. You can start telling it to do things. Why? Because it's trained only to speak to your ideal client. You can ask it to create video scripts. You can ask it to create monologues. You can ask it to create blogs. You can ask it to create ads, and it will only write it for a first-time millennial home buyer in Sarasota, Florida, because you trained it to do these things first. I like these emails. I always like using a little humor. Hey, commitment phobe, ready to swipe right on a house? Why does it say swipe right? Because it's a millennial. It's something that we could all agree with. The bank won't break you, but your landlord might. Location, location, location. Hey Siri, can you make my house? Can this house make me coffee? But it's like, these are emails that are specifically wrote to this. And now you can take this and you can go in a million different directions. Why? Because it is trained to speak to your audience first. That's a huge point that so many people miss when it comes to ChatGPT. Prompts are great, right? Getting a prompt package is great, but I look at that as you're just getting a fish. I want to teach you guys how to fish. How to train these tools is where you get started, because once you train it, you never have to retrain it again. I don't know about you guys, but I've hired people before, and then 2 weeks later, I'm like, you're not doing any of the training or anything I told you to do. What's going on? ChatGPT doesn't work like that. Once you train it once, you're good to go. That's one of the tools I want to share with you guys today. Here is another one. I'm telling you guys that this one will save you hours a week. Emails. How many emails do you guys have to respond to each and every single week?
A lot.
A lot. This next one here, let me pull up a good email for you guys. I'll show you guys how this one works real time. This is just an example. It's not the best email, but I'll go with it here. All right, guys. So this tool is called Merlin. Merlin.work. So what it does, it's a Google extension. It plugs right into your Google account, right? Google or whatever, like if you use Chrome, right? So what you do is it reads your email for you. It reads it, and right here at the bottom, you just click yes, and it'll respond to the email agreeing with what they say. Hey, I'm ready for this, boom, boom, boom. And it writes the email for you. If you want to put a custom response in here, you're going to say, let them down nicely, not interested. And it'll read the entire email and respond to them based on what you're saying here each and every time. It'll read the email, respond for you. It's an amazing tool which can save you hours a week if you don't have to write all your emails. What I also like about it too, and Tom, you're saying what can we do for video content? What Merlin also does, it plugs into your Google Chrome as an extension. This is a 1 hour mastermind video. Tina calls, she's amazing what she does. A 1 hour video You see here on the right, here's Merlin. Summarize this video. It can take 1 hour videos, and here's the summary of all of it. And you can click on each one, click to expand. It gives you talking points on each one. So you can start taking training videos, some of the highest quality YouTube videos that you find. It'll summarize it on the right, and then you have talking points for a video that you want to do as well. So what we use Merlin for, we take some of the best trainings that we find out there. We use Merlin to give bullet points on each one, and we create our own videos. It's a great way to take trainings and get the summary of all the trainings. For me, I'm never going to write another email in my life. I got Merlin to be there, yes, no, or give me a custom response. It's a great way to be able to do that. And then here's the last one, Tom. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. So this tool right here, has anybody seen those like AI avatars that like you can recreate yourself? And, you know, a lot of them have been shit. They haven't been good. You kind of look at them and you're like, all right, you know, that's AI. This next tool, I'm just letting you guys right now, I'm in the beta group for this. It's going to be launching soon. But this next tool gets you, I think it's the best AI avatar that I have seen. We've been talking with the owners on this one too. So this is, it just so I'm wearing the same outfit. Would you look at that? So here you go, guys. Here is my AI avatar for this one.
Hey, Nick, Krem, your instant avatar is ready. Feel free to create videos with it. Also, click the feedback button to share what you think. Hope you enjoy.
Wow.
This next tool right here, it is going to be a game changer. What I really like about this one is what we're going to be using it for is for when leads come in. So what it can do is when a lead comes in, it can insert their name into the video, have my custom script, and shoot every lead a customized video every single time they come through the program. It says their name, which is huge, right? And most people, if they get a video like this, let's be honest, they'll be like, oh my gosh, they said my name. Sending personalized videos are huge. Conversion rates go through the roof when I would send out a personal video each and every time. And now we're going to have this AI avatar be able to go in there and create the custom video for us. Here is another great way that we can start using these tools. Because guys, it's all about how creative can you get with these tools, right? You can take a video like that 1 hour video that other individual had. You can go into Merlin, get all the talking points, copy and paste it and put it into the AI avatar. And now my AI avatar is doing the exact video that somebody else just did and all the talking points. So there's a lot of different ways that we can be utilizing these tools if we know how to pair them correctly. So what I'll say is this, with ChatGPT, the best thing you can know about this is train it to do the things you want it to do first. There's a lot of tools out there. Like there's one AI site that says the AI listing description, write your listing descriptions here, right? They didn't create their own AI. They just trained their ChatGPT to do something, white labeled it on top because you can do that. And then they sold you off a piece of ChatGPT. And then there's the AI copywriting company, right? Like there's like, write your leads here. It's just important to understand, guys, these people aren't spending billions of dollars to create their own AI. You'll see 1 million ads that are out there because they can write code on top of ChatGPT and then sell you off a piece of it. Sell you off a piece of it here. If you know how to train your ChatGPT, you won't have to look at all these other tools that are out there. As far as video, Tom, you want me to talk a little bit more about video too? I know I touched a little bit here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, you know, my biggest thing would be when it comes to just listed, just sold, right? Just listed, just sold, or just help somebody bought. You know, it's just important to understand what we're really doing. If all we're doing is posted, just listed, just sold, we are no better than Zillow. We are literally just Zillow's advocate because we are training people that the most important part of this home sale is the house, right? We don't talk about anything that we do as an agent. We just say, just listed, 4 beds, 3 baths, or 2,500 square feet, whatever it might be. Or just sold, 4 beds, 3 baths, like blah, blah, blah. We are literally training people to go to Zillow. Why? Because what's Zillow's business model? Pick a home and just pick an agent out of a hat, right? They're not important, just pick one. If all we do is post about the homes, we're not articulating our value as real estate agents. Instead, do this. Every time you sell a property, stand in front of the home with your camera out and tell people what you had to do as an agent to sell this property. Tell people the late nights you had to take, the calls you had to take, the negotiations you basically had to go through. Why? Because now you're articulating your value as a real estate agent. It's not about the home. Now, when you're telling people, let's say you help somebody move into a home and there were 4 other offers on the house. You can say, hey guys, I just want to paint you a picture. Here's the reality of the situation. There were 4 other families who saw their kids playing in the backyard, who saw their kids going to the school down the street, who started envisioning who's going to get what room. But the reality is only one family got in there. Let me tell you what I had to do to make sure my clients got into this house. Now you're articulating your value as a real estate agent. You're differentiating yourself. And let's face it, it's a great way to just take what you're already doing as an agent and create content from it. We always say value unarticulated is value unappreciated. Why don't most people appreciate real estate agents? Because they have no idea what you really do. They see just listed, just sold. Man, that was easy. Anybody can do that. When you start articulating what you actually had to do, the late nights that you had to incur. Why? Because I love what I do and I want to make sure my clients get into the right home. Now you start differentiating yourself from every other agent that's out there. I think that's one of the best things that you can do. Because if not, then we're just feeding Zillow by posting pictures of homes all day. That's their entire business model. All right, Tom, that's what I got for you guys today. I don't know if you want to take questions now or how do you want to go about it.
So one of the things that we're doing, obviously we're using this, but we showcase this on our listing appointments. So we take little snippets of how we use it and little videos to showcase this to the clients and to the sellers. And 99.9% of the other agents aren't doing that. I mean, it's the little things that differentiate you, because a lot of times, I mean, it's so competitive right now, especially on the listing appointments. But if you have something to differentiate yourself, it could be a game changer. So that's amazing. Well, we've got like 2 more minutes. So we have time for 1 or 2 questions, rapid fire. Let's go. Don't be shy. If you got a question, somebody else is probably thinking the same thing. Go for it.
Where do you see the future of this, all this going? I mean, the listing descriptions makes total sense. Where's the future of this year, 2 year, 5 years down?
I mean, it's tough to tell the future of this, but like within the next 2 to 3 years, you won't be able to tell what's a real video and what's not. It'll be a little bit scary there, but the reality of it will be this. I firmly believe if you are not using it in business, you will not be in business, period. It's literally just like the internet, guys. You like the internet at first, when people use it, it's like, oh, if you use it, it's a bonus. Within 2 to 4 years, if your business wasn't online, if you're not using it, you're out of the business. So I firmly believe within the next 2 years, if you're not using it, you'll be out of the business, especially with what Tom said. When an agent, we're teaching agents the AI listing advantage, how to go into a home and show them how you'll market their entire home, get it in front of more people, even create ads for their home right there in front of them. And then you say, hey, most agents will take hours, days, or even weeks to do this for you. Why would you be paying me for that when I could be paid to sell your home? So there's a lot, like, it's all about how you use it to articulate your differentiation. So I think within the next 2 years, if you're not using it, you'll be clinging for straws or out of the business. Within 5 years, it's gonna be a whole different game. I can't even tell you 5 years. What's up, Trevor?
Nick, will you explain again, sorry, about how you integrate the Merlin in there? And then also, is the AI that you're beta testing, is that available at this point?
The one that I'm beta testing, it is not right now. It is not available to the public. That's the Merlin tool. Merlin is super simple. You literally download a plugin and then it just pops up on your computer now. So what I love about Merlin is I don't have to responding to people's comments. It plugs into Facebook for me. It plugs into Instagram. It plugs into every server that I'm on. I can Google something, and instead of clicking on 5 websites to find it, Merlin reads all the sites and gives me all the information. So it's literally just right there on the side all the time. Like for responding to somebody's comment on Facebook, I don't have to respond. I say, hey, respond like I'm a family member. It reads their post and it gives me a beautiful response. I see this as like, if you have an admin, you can have them respond to people's comments and it'll sound like you, it'll sound authentic. They'll read the post, and it's a great way to just get in front of a lot of different people. And again, responding to emails, you can say, hey, accept the offer, or like, hey, respond to the offer, renegotiate, blah, blah, blah. And it'll literally write the email for you, each and every talking point to me. And then I love it for the videos too. I'll take a 3-hour video and summarize it in about 20 seconds.
Awesome.
Wow.
Nick, if someone wants to reach out, how do they get a hold of you?
You just follow me on Instagram. Great way to do it. You guys can reach out to me on there. I'll continue to post more videos. Just at Nick_Krem. Easiest way to get a hold of me, just DM me and I'll be able to get back to you guys.
Awesome. Okay, Nick, thanks so much. We'll see you down in Vegas at EXPCon. And don't forget, Nick, the Niners are playing the Browns in 2 weeks. Let's go.
Oh man, I'm sorry for your loss, Tom. Sorry for your
Oh,
loss.
man. Have a good time, guys. We'll see you. Have a good weekend. Thanks.
Later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye now.